Joe, remove the winning and losing from those Heat Chicago series. What's some of the things you take away from those series?
I mean, those games were easy in the sense that you wake up in the morning, you're charged. So it wasn't like you had to like get yourself in a certain state to come play when the Miami Heat came to town or when you were playing the Miami Heat, you know. I think of that screen, that screen that he did on LeBron. LeBron tried to run through him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think of Kirk Heinrich like being the last man back and seeing like D Wade and LeBron coming full speed at 6'2", 185 pounds. And he was getting, like, he had to foul him. Our game plan was put these at the free throw line.
Yeah.
We're putting two on the ball, but if he's coming at you full speed, wrap him up. Yeah. So that was the game plan. But man, what Kirk had to endure every single time he did that, he would just go running into the stands. Like, it was crazy. But that was
real competitive.
Bro, like I'm talking about this shit, getting goosebumps. You know what I'm saying? You guys are getting me, like, it's real, man. Like,
Kurt was Kurt was a tough. He was tough.
I think about losing. I mean, we win game 1 by damn near 30 points in the Eastern Conference Finals, and Keith Bogan goes, "We're gonna sweep those," and I was like, "Oh." That was not a good move, Keith Bogey. That was not good. And I remember the adjustment that you guys made was because we was you guys up on the glass, and the adjustment was put Udonis Halsem came in game 2. You hadn't played in like 4 months, and it changed the series.
I had surgery.
It changed the series.
Yeah, I was out with surgery. That's when I told my Liz Frank. I came back one game before them. I played the final game of the Boston series right before them. Coming into that series, once again, like we talked about Rudy Gobert, I didn't know if that was going to be my series. That was a Shane Battier series. That was a series where Shane was going to be the guy. But I just had to stay ready, and they kicked our ass on the glass. Like, it was some medieval shit. They tore out. Yo, it was crazy. Like, it was like, so now I'm just over here just sharpening my sword because I know at some point, like, when it get medieval, you got to call me. You know what I'm saying? Get medieval, you got to call me, Jack. You know what I'm saying? And once again, you talked about how guys lined up. I was on so much drugs.
Oh, yeah.
I had just had that foot surgery. I had a shot in the butt cheek, taking pills.
Coach, you should. It's a laughing. It's like the joke was when it came to playoff time in Miami. There had been 5 dudes lined up getting ready to take epidural. Like,
tore it off.
Man,
what?
Listen.
What?
Our whole about 7 of us lined up. Boop, boop. All right, go out and go get it.
For sure.
It was crazy.
I want to hear about that team, though. I want to talk about the young D Rose, who, once again, we big up all the time on this show because we don't feel like he get his flowers.
No, he don't.
Obviously, he had his injury, and I think that might have slowed things down, but I don't think these young understand what that was and what that was working with. You know what I'm saying? So just talk about that team and playing for Tibbs, who Tibbs is a
Talk about screws loose.
Man, that a monster. I literally ran down the court one time and I was standing in front of Tibbs and he was yelling so much at y'all, he annoyed me. He was yelling at y'all and he annoyed me. I looked at him and said, "God damn, Tibbs, stop all that yelling." He was yelling so much at y'all that he annoyed me.
Yeah, he's sick. He's sick.
You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta love that. You gotta love, like, when you know your coach is just as sick or sicker than you.
Yes.
It helps.
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah.
You gotta feel that. Pooh was just somebody that when he came in, he brought hope to the whole, not just to the team, to the whole city.
Wow. That's big. That's big.
Hope is a powerful emotion.
Yes.
When you believe and you have hope to win, it's a different workout. Yeah. It's a different lift, you know.
Yeah.
When you're losing big and you're not going to play in the playoffs, you're professional. You work out, you're professional. But this is deeper than that. This is hope to win a championship. That's what he represented for, and it became something that was like bigger than him. You know, so young, youngest MVP.
Yes.
So I was living all that with him, and I think that, you know, just the way people turned on him and all this because of the expectations, all this shit. You sign a big deal with Adidas, you know, you signed the max deal, D Rose rights, all this. Anyway, it was just a lot going on, and he couldn't do what he wanted when he got hurt. But before, and I respect him to this day. I consider him like one of my closest brothers. Yeah, because what he went through, the humility, the way he carried himself when he was at the top of his thing, you know, represent what he represents, being a kid from the South Side, from Chicago. Like, every time we wanted to make him proud, and we wanted him to represent all those things. So when I stepped on the court, it was just as much for him than it was for myself.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't get, the true brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? I think when you have, and I say this all the time, when you playing with a teammate, it's different when you feel like you're playing with your brother. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing with a teammate, you're just playing the game. That's my teammate, I'm gonna play the right way. When you playing with your brother, you draw a line in the sand.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make sure I don't let my brother down.
That's right.
And that's a different mindset. Once again, we go back to the mindset of everything and all that.